Good day, good day, good day, everyone. Welcome to Morning Sip with Red Melissa. I am Red Melissa. SIP stands for Spirit in Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. Yes, it does. So, good day, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Happy Friday the 13th. I love Friday the 13th. And happy happy Valentine's Day tomorrow. You know how I feel about Valentine's Day, but we're going to go with it, right? We're going to go with it. So, love, 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 love. Yes, Pamela. Yes, Bonnie. It's good to see y'all. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. So, today we're going to wrap up our routine series with the law of routine. So, we've been talking about the power of routine. And we also were talking about schedules, habits as they relate to routine. So today we're going to wrap that all up. We're also going to do our essence or quality for 2026 roll call. So y'all get ready for that. And if you have not shared your essence or quality that you are making a commitment to more fully embody, express, experience in 2026, please do so. So you can share it by putting it in the comments, and I will add you to our 2026 list where I send energy every day. I include it in my prayers, and you also send energy every day and include in your prayers and affirm and imagine and write about it, all the things to keep it activated in your life. So let's do our recap for routine. So, the definition that I love is that a routine is the harmony between your schedule and your habits. And we know that the origin of routine is to set a path for, to set a path for. So, your routine is what you are setting a path for. And one of the paths that you are setting is the path of your quality and your essence. And therefore, your routine is aligned with your quality and your essence for 2026. All of these things work hand in hand. So when we talk about schedule, I love the questions that we get to ask and answer when we think about our schedule, right? Because the schedule is external, it's the container, it's the framework, right? So the questions we ask are, when will I do this? Where will I do this? And for how long will I do this? So that's one of the ways that you can organize your day, organize your week, just to sit, center yourself, and get clear about how you are using the precious time that we have every day. Yes? Because we only have so many awake hours. I read recently that people say, everyone has 24 hours in a day. Yes, we do. However, we don't have 24 hours to focus on, to be in action. Let's just put it like that. We don't have 24 hours to be in action in our purpose and our responsibilities. That's a limited amount of time in a day. And I recently read where someone was saying, in reality, you have about maybe 3 or 4 hours in a day to really focus and get things done. So I'm sure there's some wiggle room around that, or some range of hours depending on your life situation. So when we talk about habits, we are talking about the internal, right? It's what we eventually start to do automatically. And it also answers the questions: what do I naturally do? What feels normal to me? And what do I do without resistance? And we know that a habit can be constructive and a habit can be destructive, just like our thinking. So we get to decide habits that work for us, habits that align with our quality and our essence, habits that align with our desires for the day, habits that align with our purpose, habits that support us, habits that support setting the path for our routine. Yes? Are these things in alignment? So I love this, something that I found online, that we could think of it this way: a schedule is what you plan, a habit is what you do, and a routine is what becomes your way of being. And then yesterday we talked about how this all impacts creating an effective routine. We have a routine that is comprised of our schedule and our habits. Look at if your schedule and your habits are effective or not, right? Because we use a schedule to build our habits, and we use our habits to create our routine. So when we talk about the law of routine, and I don't know if there really is, like, I think about Ernest Holmes, and he has all of these different laws that he references in the science of mind, but we know that there is one law. There's just one law, and then there's branches based on that one law. So I don't know. I never read about the law of routine. I just like the way it sounds. And we're talking about the metaphysical aspects of schedule, habit, and routine. So why not make it a law? Why not? Right? So when we think about it from a metaphysical perspective, we can say that our schedule is our conscious intention, our habits are our subconscious pattern, and our routine is the demonstration of that. Right? So I shared that yesterday. And to put it in metaphysical terms, when we talk about creative process, right? That there is a creative process, and that creative process is sometimes illustrated as the seed, the soil, and the plant. So, with the law of routine, we could think of it as the schedule is the seed, the habit is the soil, and the routine is the plant. So it's the conscious intention of your schedule, the subconscious patterns of your habits, and the demonstration of your routine. I love that. So now we have another layer, right? We have the spirit, the soul, the body. We have the seed, the soil, the plant. And now we have the schedule, the habit, and the routine. Creative process, practical, creative process that we get to practice and make progress in. So if you feel scattered, like your day gets away from you, it's an invitation to sit down, go within, get still, and really see what's calling to you to schedule, what's calling to you to create habits around, so that you have a routine that sets a path for your life in a conscious and deliberate and constructive way. That's what we get to do. That's how we get to flow in this world day by day, moment by moment. It's all up to us. It's all up to what we choose. Yes? All right. So I think we are ready for our quality and essence of 2025 roll call, and think about it in the context of routine. When you look at your day, have you incorporated, are you aligning with your quality and your essence? When you schedule your day, when you look at your habits, how does that inform how you are setting your path for your day? Is the vibration of your day embedded in, infused with your quality and your essence for 2026? That's the invitation that we get to explore. So let's take a roll call. And I see you, Bonnie. Bonnie said that she's renewing her qualities. All right, now, Bonnie, let me find you on the list because Bonnie is renewing her quality for 2026. And I'm going to add it right now. Bonnie, love, peace, bravery, and prosperity. All right. And it's good to have clarity, right? Because I started out with a whole bunch, and then I got clarity and decided to focus on TLC. Trust, trust was one of them. Truth, love, and connection. Nope. Truth, love, and communication. There we go. Truth, love, and communication. So let's do a roll call with a drum roll. All right, here we go. So when I say your quality, your essence, affirm it by saying I am, and then say your essence or your quality, and say it like you mean it, right? Be that vibration. So, Shay, align, allow, create, radiate. Fee, I think I saw Fee had tweeted hers as well. Let me go back to Fee. All right, Fee, connection and community. All right. So we got connection and community. Because Fee, yours originally was growth and creative. But I love when we get more clarity. So that has been corrected. Fee, connection and community. Deborah, co-creation. Linda, self-love. Pamela, compassion. Eugene, discipline. L, curiosity. Sekou, abundance and laughter. Chris, harmony. Joan, joy. Jan, presence. Nelda, abundance. Lorna, love. Ophelia, silence. Lorna, kindness. Karen, purpose. Susan, contentment. Brenda, health. Faye, courage. Lisa, intentional. Susie, peace. Cheryl, harmony. Tay, perseverance and resolve. Nadia, discernment. Lorraine, generosity. Kristen, spiritual growth and spiritual maturity. Marlene, sisterhood. Andrea, hope, purpose, and joy. Tanya, peace. Caroline, peace. Sue, acceptance. Gladys, compassion. Cynthia, trusting. And Bonnie, love, peace, bravery, and prosperity. And mine are truth, love, and communication. TLC. All right. So now that you have been reminded of your quality and your essence, This is a daily practice. A daily practice. It's not based on morning sip, right? I'm just a reminder. I'm just a reminder. So we practice, we incorporate, we align with, we feel into, we affirm, we invoke, we invite. We know the truth that we are already these qualities. And we have made a decision. We have made a choice in choosing them. And we have made a decision to set the path for each of those qualities, the essence that I just expressed, based on your decisions for yourself. So now you get to use it every day, throughout the day, by affirming it and by being it, by embodying those qualities and by incorporating them into your routines. No matter what you're doing, no matter what you're doing, incorporate the vibration of self love, incorporate the vibration of connection and community, incorporate the vibration of radiance, right? We get to incorporate those vibrations in everything that we do. Everything that we do. So that is the invitation. If you need support, I am here, right? If something within you is opening for more clarity, more peace, more alignment, more, I just want you to know that you don't have to walk this path alone, y'all. Because part of my mission, part of my purpose is to support people in transforming their lives. And so, as a spiritual life coach, I support you in reconnecting with your truth, your power, and your divine direction so you can move forward with confidence, with purpose, trusting that the whole universe is conspiring on your behalf. Yes? So if you are feeling called into taking this deeper to the next level, I invite you to honor that call. Send me a direct message on Facebook or Instagram, and we can schedule time to talk and explore. All right? Because I would be absolutely honored to walk this path supporting you. All right, y'all. So let's get into some joy news. I'm going to check in with y'all. Hey, Shay, it's good to see you. Yes, Sekou, abundance and laughter. Good day, Ron. We're talking about the law of routine. Yes. So, joy news today is simply inviting you to join me on Sunday at Rockland CSL, Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. We are a new thought community centered in love and joy, knowing that the power of oneness is everything. So join us this Sunday for our collaborative service with the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Rockland. We have in-person service in Pomona, New York. And we also are online for service via Zoom. This Sunday, use the UUCR Zoom link. It's right there on the screen. It's a bit.ly UUCR-RCSL. Service starts at 10:30 a.m. We have an amazing musician who's joining us this Sunday, Ty Stevens. If you don't know Ty Stevens, you are missing out on some good music. He's an amazing singer-songwriter, and he will be joining us this Sunday for our in-person service. So Here's the bit.ly that I just mentioned for the special Zoom link that we use when we're in collaborative service with UUCR. All right, y'all. So have a wonderful today. Thank you for that reminder, Ron. Yes, Sunday is Potluck Sunday. So if you are with us on Sunday, please bring something to share in community. It's wonderful to fellowship after service and to break bread with each other. So peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected with our yes.